don't, when we are in a natural environment, when we are at home, people don't take the time, you don't remember. So, but when you come here, your phones are off, that being able to connect with who you are is very important. So there's quiet, there's tranquility. We call this place the oasis of tranquility and serenity. So you need the peace. And I'm glad when most people come in, they tell me, oh, really? Am I still in Lagos? So that alone, when you're able to just, because we've been running life like it's emergency services. There's always a fire to douse. There's always an emergency. And 24 hours is not enough to do all the things we want to do. And even at the weekends that you think, okay, I'm not going to work. Then the social obligations come in, the red carpets, do you understand? So people literally they're not connected with themselves. They're so confused, running helter-skelter, up and down, trying to be everywhere, every time. So when you schedule an appointment with yourself, and it's not being selfish, then you're able to renew, relax, restore, rejuvenate, reinvigorate. It's just being conscious that, hey, if your body is not strong, how would you achieve all those lofty goals that you have put out to achieve? You need your body, so I say it's body, soul, and spirit. We are three-dimensional beings. And you cannot say that, oh, I don't need my body. I just need to be spiritual. Nigeria, we're very, very spiritual. Oh, I don't need my soul. Your soul is the seat of your emotions, your decision making, and all of that. So you actually need that to be sure of, to create that balance. So that, you come back. Because when people are hurried and harried, they make mistakes. So when you don't make time for your body now, you're still going to pay for it later, either in times of sickness, or hospital visits, or admission in hospital. So is it not better to create the time and avoid the illnesses and whatever else might come from neglecting that particular, the body is not a machine. Or you can, even if you liken it to a machine because of the different parts, but we all have service schedules for our generators, our cars, we have the phone numbers of everybody that needs to service the air conditioner, the generator, the car, the this, but we don't service the bodies that do all the work. And if you are not strong enough for the people you are supposed to carry along, then when you move on, they move on with their lives. So don't wait till you reach burnout. That's another thing that we preach. Because sometimes you go to the hospital and they tell you there's nothing wrong with you. They do all the tests, you just needed to rest. It's just stress overload. So it's really a conscious effort to decide, you know what, I'm going to leave. And we Christians, we keep saying, no, I will live and not die, I will live. But please don't live that life in sickness, with arthritis, with diabetes, with pain, because those are choices that you can make and make sure that you live well and have the abundant life that you were actually promised.
So we are located that people must also create the me time for themselves.
Yes. It's very important because you reach burnout just there. Oh, my mother-in-law, oh, my daughter, oh, my son, oh, my boss. Oh, do you understand? Then who is taking care of you? You have to take care of you with what you think. The way we think and the way we feel determines our destiny. And you know that women are we're probably more emotional than the men. And women feel unloved, they feel unappreciated with all that they do for the family. And once the emotions are not right, it begins to generate into something else. The way we feel and the way we think determines our destiny. So that's why I say it's body, soul, and spirit. So that's your soul, the seat of your emotions also need. And the minute you finish your spa treatment, people just come here and they sing to me, oh, I feel good. When you feel good, you can carry the whole world on your shoulders. And that's the essence, because you will not leave here the same way that you came in. We must have made a positive impact on your soul. So it's not just a frivolous visit, because spa therapies are also very therapeutic. Your blood circulation comes into it. We're able to relieve stiff joints when you go in the steam. Sweating is one of nature's best gifts to us to also help remove toxins. And so it's not a frivolous visit, it's actually very therapeutic. And it's a culture everybody must imbibe.
Let's talk about the two divisions you've made now in terms of wellness with Arinola and then
Adeniyi Spa. Okay.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
Okay, so it's we're supposed to be two entities. Wellness with Arinola. Arinola is a corporate wellness coach. I'm the one that will go out there and do all the talks on how people can create a balance and have a proper lifestyle. And then the Adeniyi gets to enjoy when people now realize that, oh, okay, so I need to, and there's a place that I can slow down. There's a place that I can renew. There's a place that I can go and refresh myself. So there's a distinction, but quite close. But so Adeniyi feeds off on the lifestyle changes and the corporate wellness coaching that Arinola Adeniyi gives.
So how do you coin the brand name Adeniyi?
Okay, but Adeniyi started from name generation because when I started, my consultant wanted to know what I was trying to achieve, and Adeniyi actually means I came and I conquered, and that's an Italian name, and that was because we traced the history of spas, the art of public baths, to the Italians, and in the past they would even put their soldiers in a sauna before they sent them off to war, and some European countries actually use spas as part of their medical treatments. So for them, it's not just a frivolous, it's a way of life. It's a lifesaver.
Okay. And how do you cope with the passion for reading and all of that? How do you juggle all of this?
Well, it's important, especially in the age of information. If you do not have more information, there's always a new study, there's always something. So for me, books and more books. You need to just keep up with the pace, with what is going on, especially in a fast-growing industry.
And also, how do you also cope with the fact that the wellness industry has become global and all that? How do you?
It's good. It's good, but what I keep telling people, what works for A might not work for B. So you need to be able to listen to you. You need to know what you need. You know, two people can eat the same food and one would have an allergic reaction and the other would not. So what's your constitution? You need to know what you're. So there are so very many parts to it. And which is why sometimes even when people now go to Dr. Google, it creates more problems for them than. So the fact that there's information on the highway, it doesn't really mean that you don't need your doctors or your wellness coaches, or you need to play a key part. And it's not just a fad. Wellness is not just a fad. Oh, I want to diet for 1 month. No, it's a regimen. Regimen is superior to medicine. So you must be able to take active participation in, yes.
So if you have to talk to a room full of corporate people, what message would you present to them?
So there's something called work-life integration. There's no point working and not being able to integrate, to be a total being. So we look at the human being as holistic and just get the total picture right. It's not just about high heels, going to high places, or beautiful ties, or just climbing the corporate ladder, jungle gym they call it now, because people don't even stay long in one job like that. You know, people are just hopping up and down, or entrepreneurs doing their own things and trying to make a mark in the world.
But for the changes that you've noticed, is it as a result of development here, or maybe growth of society? How do you explain it?
I think everybody is just more aware, because the way we hear people are falling ill, because even if you go to the market now, the market woman will tell you, please squeeze this bitter leaf and drink it, and you know, so everybody has become more conscious. And because in Nigeria we also have a lot of natural products that we can use, And so it's just the choice. So we have a lot of, you have the ginger, you have garlic, you can use it as an antibiotic, you have, so there are many different things we can use to substitute for the chemicals and the canned foods and you can also do the 80-20 rule, be good 80% of the time. And do you understand? So because it works in every situation, but you must be aware that those choices of remaining healthy, of choosing the right food, of choosing the right amount of exercise, of not living a sedentary life, it's just solely on the individual. Your doctor is not going to be able to do it for you. Your mother is not going to. When you're diagnosed, you need to take the mantle and do what you need to do.